Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And for part 2 of our Press Your Luck Whammy animations, we're going to look at the franchise, the Press Your Luck franchise in general, the various different shows in it, memorable contestants, and more whammy animations. So here we go. Well, this is the first show in the Press Your Luck franchise, and it is called Second Chance. It was created in 1977 for ABC by Bill Carruthers, who also, of course, did Press Your Luck. The host was Jim Peck. The announcers were Jack Clark and Jay Stewart. There were 95 episodes, and it was shown from March the 5th to July 15th of 1977, and there were 3 pilots taped in 1976. It played like Press Your Luck, and there's Jim Peck, but the question round had 3 questions, and the contestants were given 5 seconds to write answers down. The second chance answers were then given in multiple choice, and a player could stay with their answer or write a new answer. 3 points were given for the correct answer and 1 for multiple choice. Now, the bonus board opened and shut like a book. Pretty impressive for 1977. Space values did not shuffle. The marker was much faster, and non-animated devils acted as whammies. The player with the fewest spins always went first. That's how that was played. I thought it was a great show for its time. Well, we've already had a look at the Press Your Luck series overview, so now let's move on to Whammy, the all-new Press Your Luck. This series was created from 2002 to 2003 for the Game Show Network. The host was Todd Newton, and the show was announced by Gary Kroeger, and there were 130 episodes. And there is Todd Newton, the host. He did an okay job, but the game was played like this. In round 1, there was $1,000 given to each contestant, and each will spin once. A whammy will end that round for a player. After a cycle is played through, additional whammies were added to the board. A player could keep going or freeze. The round will end when all players freeze or whammy. 5 questions were read in the next round. It was the same question and answer format as Press Your Luck. And in the final round, the used spins are turned into cash prizes or extra spins. There are whammies, and notice the board is a little weird looking. It's got monitors and a different kind of arrangement, but there's still 18. There are double whammies, and these were the coolest things about the show. They give interactive additional punishment to the players, and you'd have to see it to appreciate it. Well, there was a new series of Press Your Luck created in 2019 for the ABC network, hosted by Elizabeth Banks, who somehow survived her horrendous fall in Brightburn, and this was seen in hour-long episodes, very, very, very long. But the question rounds, there were 3 questions for the first round and 4 for the second. The player with the most money plays last in round 2. But there's the bonus board, and it was played for 2 rounds, and then there was a final 3rd round. The leader after round 2 gets to play for $1 million. There are 6 rounds, and the player can walk away at any time. 4 whammies will end the game for them. But they will get 5 spins to go through, and then 4 spins to go through, 3 spins to go through, 2 spins to go through, and finally 1 spin. And they will have a chance to make $1 million on that last spin. And that is the Press Your Luck franchise. Now we're back to the 80s Press Your Luck, and we're going to look at memorable contestants. And it doesn't get more memorable than the man, the myth, Michael Larson. He was an ice cream truck driver and an AC repairman who was unemployed, so he had time to tape Press Your Luck episodes and study them to learn at least 2 patterns. And he ended up netting 110,237. And here's how he did it. See that space that I put a square around? That's the one that he would stop at. That was the top dollar value, and that earned him an extra spin. he would learn at least those two patterns and when to stop it to get him that top money and keep going through spin after spin. The show that he was on had to span 2 episodes. It took that long. Well, Michael Larson died in 1999 of throat cancer. And this is Maggie Brown Schbach. She was not only on the regular season of Pressure Luck, but on the pilot as well, and she won on both. Very nervous gal with crazy hair. But she was also on one of the Second Chance pilots. She lost a lot of money to a devil on that show. But next we're going to look at Crazy Karen Martin. She was a fun contestant. She would yell things at the board like, "Whammies, you can drop dead," or "I need a pool table for her husband, Dan." She won the pool table, but she lost it to a whammy. She won one game. She was fun. And this is Steve Bryant, Houston Oilers wide receiver. He had a habit of yelling, "Big bucks, no whammies," at the board. He won a couple games. He was a fun contestant. And here's Paige Green. I think she had a different surname on the show. She was a very pretty Raiders cheerleader. In one episode during the question round, the N in spins fell off of her podium, and Peter had her hold it up. It was kind of funny. She ended up winning one game, and she later married John Elway. Very, very rich and pretty gal. Well, now let's move on to... This is Kathy Singer. Man, she was hot. She's a very pretty lady. She won one game on the show, but she was better known for a big, big whammy loss on her next show. It was the most lost ever to the whammy on that show. And she lost $31,408 to the jet ski whammy, and she had a big old spin battle going between her and another contestant, Lori, and she finally ended up on the losing end of that. Well, next is Randy West, future game show announcer. He was on the show for 3 days and retired. He racked up over $25,000 in cash and prizes. Good job, Randy. Well, next we're going to look at Jenny Jones. She ended up being a famous talk show host. She won 2 episodes on Pressure Luck. And here's her on her talk show. But that's it for the memorable contestants. And now we're going to look at some all-time winners. The top 5 winners, I believe, are Michael Larson, then Anne-Marie Corella, then Randy Mel Connor, I believe that's his name, and then a guy by the name of Chris Koss, and lastly Michael Terrell. But now that we got that out of the way, it's time to look at whammy animations. 20 more. So let's have us a look. Here is another alternate, the Christmas tree whammy. Let's look at both of these that occurred on the same episode.
51, 2 spins left. What are you going to do, Nancy?
Go for it.
Go. Here we go.
Stop.
Stop at
Wish me a Merry Christmas. Wish me a Merry Christmas.
He's so marvelously adept. All right, Nancy. 2 spins. You ready to do it, Nancy?
Ready.
Let's get the $5,000 in a spin.
Stop.
Oh!
Christmas tree, my Christmas tree, how lovely are you?
Yeah, he thought if he changed the song, he'd do better. He didn't.
Well, this is the New Year's whammy. I'm going to treat it as 3 separate whammies for each different year.
Carlotta. Are you ready to press your luck, Carlotta?
Ready.
Let's make some money. Well, he can certainly make it New Year's exciting.
Right.
You gonna do it?
Okay,
Here we go.
5,000 and a spin. Big butt, stop!
Stop at another whammy. Oh, Carlotta.
Big bucks, big bucks. Stop!
Stop at whammy. Oh, he's ever so slick. All right, Gary.
Stop!
Stop at a whammy.
One by two by cash. The whammies are coming to steal your stash.
The Paul Whammy ride, as it were. Let's hope it's his last ride. You've got to take. Here comes the first one. Stop! Stop at a whammy! Oh, there we go. Coming on. Oh, wipeout. Four spins, Rosie.
Okay, let's go for
Let's
it.
go.
Stop!
Oh, first win. What will they come up with next, Rosie? One more, says Fred. One more.
Okay, big bucks, no whammy, stop!
That's the quickest $14.50 you've ever made, Will.
Thank you.
$14.50. We now go to Rosie, our champion, with no dollars but 5 big spins. Rosie, you ready?
Great. Come on, big bucks.
Oh! How charming. All right, Rosie. With 8 spins and no dollars, are you ready, Ron?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Stop!
Oh! Sultan of money losing. All right, no dollars.
Let's go.
Here we
Come
go.
on. Big bucks, big bucks. Stop.
Stop at a whammy. Whammy was at the ET version. Well, that's $0. Go to David. 3 spins you have to take, David. $35.95. Are you ready?
All right. No whammies, no whammies. Come on, stop!
Stop at a whammy. Michael Jackson, eat your heart out. Spin left 1,500, David. What's your pleasure?
Gonna play it.
Here we go.
Come on, more big bucks. Come on. Come on, stop!
Stop at a whammy. No, he helped you out in taxes a little bit, David, but $3.
And
4 spins left.
Oh, I'm going for it.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's go, big bucks, and please, let's stop.
Stop at a whammy. Went down with the ship, Lynn. Took your money with him. 3. You want to make some bucks?
I want to make some big
do
bucks.
it.
I want to see some big bucks.
Stop at a whammy. Break dancing and broke you, Adora. So
All right, we're going to look at another alternate whammy, and this is the picnic whammy. There was different dialogue the second time around completely. Let's have a look.
Doris with $500 and 5 big spins.
I want to see some big bucks.
Big bucks. Stop at whammy.
Isn't this romantic? Our first picnic. A lovely day. A beautiful girl.
And that was the introduction. That was a rare opportunity, Doris. That was Tammy Whamette. The introduction of Tammy Whamette.
Tammy Wynette, okay.
Find out as John goes with $7,300 and 2 spins.
All right, let's go for it. I
Big
know
John.
the luck of the Irish is with you today. Here we go. Ready? Stop.
Stop it.
Springtime is so romantic.
Spring. When a young whammy's fancy turns to...
Oh, spring break. John.
Gonna go.
Here we go. 700 ahead of Adoris.
Come on, big bucks. Come on, big bucks. Stop!
Stop it.
Who would ever hurt a whammy? Who would ever want
Boy, George, eat your heart out. Reva.
Ready to go.
Okay.
Come on now. Money, money, money. Let's get it right. Stop.
Stop at whammy.
Hit it, Tammy! I'm up!
Bye-bye whammy. All right. Nice spin.
All right. Now, Peter, we got one more anyway. Come on.
I'd love
let's
to
go.
squeeze. Maybe I
Big
should
bucks.
share in the money.
Big bucks.
Here we
big
go.
Bucks, big bucks. Big bucks. Stop!
Stop. Music to his ears. Richard, not to yours. 2 whammies, $0 for.
Now this is the Olympic torch whammy. This whammy was actually first hit on episode 200, but it was first seen during the closing credits of the previous episode, episode 199. Unfortunately, I don't have that clip for you. But here is the 40th whammy. Enjoy.
Vicky, here you go.
This is for Justin and Felicia. Big bucks. Big bucks. Stop.
Stop it, whammy.
Anybody got a match?
Oh, somebody put out his fire and he put yours out temporarily, Vicky.
Well, that was the end of Press Your Luck Whammy Animations Part 2. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you join me for Press Your Luck Whammy Animations and more Part 3. See you then, folks.